Claudine Kamikaze has a precious commodity that's in high demand. She runs a mobile solar kiosk at the central bus station in the Rwandan capital, Kigali. Many of the phone users alighting here have been on the road and offline for hours. Claudine's kiosk enables them to charge up their phones or surf the net, courtesy of solar power.
Business is good. I chose this because it's something new. The fact that they always come to me shows I made a good choice.
The mobile solar kiosk is the brainchild of Henry Nyakarundi. The idea was an obvious solution to the situation on the ground, he says. 70% of Rwanda's 11.5 million inhabitants have a mobile phone, but only 22% have electricity.
People spend a whole day here. There's no plug. If you look around, there's no plug for people to charge. So it's a convenient way for people while they're waiting for the bus to charge their phone, pay a small amount, and then go on their business. Or whether we're in rural area, the convenience still the same, you know? People don't have time to carry their charger with them, to go to a store and having to ask somebody. Now they can do that.
It's been 4 years since Nyakarundi built the very first mobile solar kiosk with the assistance of a German company. There are now 40 spread across Rwanda, each one managed by independent operators like Claudine. A portion of their earnings goes to the inventor. For him, what began as a simple idea has evolved into far more than just a business model.
The social impact, it's very key of our business. That's what we focus on. So we mostly looking for women, people with disability that don't have any jobs, no other opportunity, but wants to work. And it's also bring a certain, I wouldn't say pride, but self-esteem.
Demand is substantial in Rwanda, both for new jobs and for access to electricity and the internet, which is why Henry Nyakarundi sees huge market potential. By the end of this year, he plans to expand his pool of kiosks from 40 to between 600 and 800. He also wants to take his invaluable experience from Rwanda and introduce the successful micro-franchising model to neighboring Uganda, where the majority of the kiosk components are made.
So it's not just creating jobs through micro-entrepreneurship, but it's building this ecosystem that will support them through that business. So we transport the kiosk to the location for them, which is included on the fee. We give them support on the uniform they wear. They have an app where they sell services.
The Mugombwa area is a 3-hour drive from Kigali. Most people here get around on foot, whether to go shopping, pick up water, or reach the nearest generator or electric socket. Emmanuel Gakindi set up business with a solar kiosk 3 years ago. It's the original edition with no internet access. But people still come flocking wherever he shows up.
Now I also have a paid assistant, and I can cover all my expenses from the phone charging business.
He's even added a second kiosk. He'd also like to provide internet access to his customers, which would require one of the new kiosks. Henry Nyakarundi is introducing the next generation at the Smart Africa conference at the Kigali Convention Center. It brings together politicians with entrepreneurs, donors and investors to discuss technical solutions for the continent and its people. Henry Nyakarundi is happy to see so much interest in his innovation.
Our goals for the next 10 years is 20 countries in Africa. We've already selected the countries. We estimated about 50 to 100,000 kiosks in all those countries. That's about 50 to 100,000 micro businesses we'll be creating.
A mobile solar kiosk currently costs more than $2,000. Henry plans to maximize the number of components made in Africa, lowering the price and creating even more jobs.
Survey, we can do survey on our Wi-Fi network.
Claudine, the kiosk operator from the bus station, has finished work for the day. Now she's helping her children finish their homework. She can more or less determine her own working hours and how much commission she earns from the sale of phone credits and electricity.
I can't afford to stay at home with my kids. I need to have an income. And the job helps me to make ends meet. It's made things a lot easier.
She earns around $100 a month from the kiosk, which in Rwanda amounts to double the average income.